All right. Well, hey, welcome to the first episode of Not Another Beach podcast. Yeah, we're, as a celebration of this guy's birthday coming up to turning 30, we are doing a podcast.
White men in their 30s doing podcasts.
Anyways, today's episode, we're going to be actually covering Outlaw Star episode 23, Hot Springs Planet Tenrei, which is near and dear to my heart. I love Outlaw Star.
Did you watch it as a kid?
Whenever it came out, this episode was not.
This was
on.
I
would
say this was on Adult Swim.
It was Adult Swim later, but it was on. I believe, if I'm correct, and correct me if I'm wrong. But
there's reasons.
It was during the day.
Yeah.
Aired on Toonami originally. And,
okay.
They definitely did some edits.
This show got used in a lot of the bumpers for Toonami.
Yeah, because it's great. The ship blasting off while the main character is watching it. Nuts.
Yep.
Nuts. Anyways, my name is Alex Van Pelt, and over here we got
Finn. That's it.
I'm Springer.
Finn, that's it.
That's it.
And before I kind of dive into the synopsis of this episode, I want to actually understand real quick. What do y'all actually think happened in this episode? I'm honestly curious because there's a bit. There's actually
I have my notes.
You can go. Yeah. Go ahead.
So basically, they are looking for wizards on a hot spring planet, and there is something magic related that they're looking for, and some shenanigans happen, and I believe they do find what they were looking for in the end. Also, some Team Rocket looking guy.
You've seen this anime before, right?
I watched this anime. I mean, about the same time when Alex did.
I've never seen this one. I'm surprised it's never been on my list. So.
Oh, it's such a classic. It's a true '90s anime.
Late '90s.
Oh, it's
like '98.
no, I went to watch the full thing.
If I'm remembering correctly, why this got kind of swiped under the rug a little bit is because Cowboy
Bebop just
came out
all the
right
bits,
at the same time.
Cowboy Bebop,
right at the same time.
All right. No, I want to get my synopsis.
Okay, yeah.
Are you done?
Okay. No, they're on the planet looking for wizards. By the way, it's a hot spring planet.
You picked the first one. Is not a fucking beach planet.
It's adjacent to the beach.
It's
episode.
adjacent. Yeah, we looked this up on the internet. All right, what you got?
My synopsis I have written down is Gene, or the main guy, rolls up with 3 bad bitches and a little boy, looking for a wizard for his magic gun. in this place called Hagone, not Hakone. I don't know why that little tidbit pissed me off so much. I was like, just say Hakone. It's a Japanese anime. They didn't trademark the fucking town. Hakone.
You just gotta double check and make sure. Did you watch the Japanese
I know
dub?
it's literally written on a sign.
Right.
It's written on a sign that says
Hagone.
Yeah,
that's
just
right.
put the cuck. Fucking piss me off. But yeah, no, it's Gene and 3 bad bitches who's just not paying attention to the bad bitches.
Which is shocking.
Going to a bad bitch wizard. That is the moral of the story.
There were 3 wizards, though.
There were 3 wizards, but the end result was the bad bitch wizard.
Yeah, but listen, just like every person on a quest, he was given his quest by 2 wizards.
Yeah.
All right, to visit another wizard. All right, we've all played an RPG.
Yeah,
we know what's happening
the
here.
fetch quest.
But it's the beach, the hot springs.
Yeah.
Just a fundamental part to the planet.
Let's call it as it is. It's fan service, 100%.
Yeah.
These writers had fun with this, but
I like what I really appreciated about it was the little history lesson, the little lore lesson
right
before.
At the beginning.
I was like, oh, this must be what the show is.
What's great is that every episode in the series, well, not every episode, but whenever they're kind of diving into different locations, they do a pretty good job with history, a lore.
That's fun.
I
love it.
Stuff,
planet.
Yeah. But that's true synopsis. Basically, we are at the end of this series. The very end of the series.
How many is 27?
Yeah, I think it might be 26. I honestly don't know off the top of my head.
There's only a few more episodes left.
Yeah, and the main thing is that think of it this way: these are space pirates,
right?
Or at least they're space pirates.
That's the gist, because you got
and they have found through a string of things. They have Melfina, and y'all don't know this because it's not stated in the episode whatsoever, but she is an android. That is basically created and programmed to take people to the ley line, which one piece that is where the whatever treasure thing is. Like it is X marks the spot.
Right.
And the ley line is where all the space pirates are trying to get to as well, and they're all super strong. So Jean has a special gun, a caster gun.
What a great name.
That these are very much... These bullets are caster bullets. Like they're magic bullets. They do some gnarly stuff, but coming across them is very tough. So he's like, "Hey, I heard that they made them here," and just so happens that it's a hot spring.
Well, not really just it's a hot spring. It's a hot spring planet, and when you arrive, you get an outfit change.
Yeah, no, that's immigration.
I want to know
that was
immigration.
It's like immigration's like your own
immigration.
now.
You get it. It's not even that. They actively select different. I noticed they actively select different suits for the different type of personality.
Yep.
And I was like, that's fucking nice. I wonder whose job in the government is director of bikinis. Like who gets the crop top, who's getting the string, because they hit that shit on the nail.
They did a good job.
You want to know how many perv shots were in this episode? Because I kept count of that.
I think the aspect of this that's really shocking. Okay, all right. So
is it?
Well, no. But context here that you don't know is that throughout the rest of the whole entire series leading up to this moment, Jean is a hound dog. 100%. No, and him dedicating himself to getting this quest and going on his adventure that he did, is nuts. All right, nuts. I mean, he got his peaks in. He had a little bit of fun.
Yeah, the gist.
He's like, that's not what I'm here for.
I need these magical bullets from the wizards on Hot Spring Planet.
I was like, the gist I got from that character is, my name's Jean. I'm traveling with 3 bad bitches, and woe is me. I gotta get bullets. Like, they're the hot springs. There's ladies all around him. He's just like, nah, I'm gonna get to talk to these wizards.
It's odd, but also
I think that little kid was gaslighting them. Who's the little boy? Because he was like, Jim, he's like, you're a pervert. You're a pervert. He's like, nah, I'm worried about my job.
Well, that's the thing. It's like throughout the series, Jim. Jim's 11. And that 11-year-old,
we gotta talk about that.
There's a moment.
There's a bigger moment.
But Jim, throughout the series, is the one that's normally like keeping Jean on track. Like he is the most mature through most of the series, whenever it comes down to it. So for him to be like, wow, Jean's actually doing this instead of, like looking at all these women, then like that's hilarious. Like that's just wild. But yeah, and I think in the case of it, it's like I thought it was a good episode that needed to happen. Shockingly, like for the series, because
fundamental part,
because he needed the things.
Well, it's because of the bullets. Gene, he actively is like, I don't want to use this bullet because I only have so many. Whenever he's going up against
that was the thing too. When they got out of that, he only got 4 bullets out of this episode, and then also the spellcaster was like, "Oh yeah, and your mana only can handle one shot.
This will kill you.
This will kill you." And I was like, "Oh, that's some cool addition right there."
The one gets him drunk, the other halves life.
Wait, one gets him drunk.
The bullets have
the side effects.
Side effects.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just magic.
So that's the thing is like there was an urgency of like, hey, he needs some firepower coming into it. So that's why he was like, I really need to focus in on this.
Funny.
Okay. But with that, like throughout the episode, there's of course fan service, right?
Oh my god,
really?
This I was just amazed because we picked the other episodes and I was watching this. I was like, God damn, this pervert. Yeah. there was a total of, I think of the tally. I have him up.
You have a tally.
Oh, you have a tally. There's 12 ass shots.
Yeah. Don't forget the raptor lady at the very beginning.
Oh, yeah.
That was great.
Oh,
That was
my
great.
Shows up twice.
My notes,
Yeah, twice.
I just have in my notes, it says, yo. Because there's a fat ass dinosaur lady. And I was like, yo. And then she came back and I was like, yes.
All right. One of my favorite things, though, in this episode that's not dealing with, of course, like the bikinis and everything, is the little bit of bad guy.
Clown fuckery.
He is,
Team Rocket Vega.
Yeah, Team Rocket Vega is really perfect.
He is struggling and doing his best.
He had let's give it up for him. He
nameless guy.
I mean, part of the
Wolverine weapon.
space pirates that are chasing after him.
Okay.
Clearly, I mean, this guy is like, F
dead
tier.
set. He's dead set on this.
Yeah, he's trying his hardest, right? But my gosh, man, a
little will and a little luck never went too far for him.
The stupidest thing that I loved about this bit with him, the two. The first one in the train, where it's like, and now here is a bunch of water that's going to run through.
It's a hot spring. They flood the train. It's a hot spring planet, so you need a hot spring.
I would imagine the train would drive into the hot spring.
Yeah, I would think that, but no,
they have I just want to know the fundamentals.
But the best part about that, though, throws the bad guy all the way to back. The conductor's like, "Oh no, shit, you okay, man?" And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, on the train is a random wooden barrel that hits that motherfucker hard.
There's so much
hard.
Like,
okay, and then the second one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Climbing up the mountain.
Oh yeah, the mountain later.
Homeboy just runs off it.
Yeah, he's not done.
He's just like,
I'm sure
delirious from maybe the lack of oxygen.
Snow and pounds.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I lost it. I thought that was hilarious.
Beautiful. I haven't seen like some kind of goonery like that in a while.
Right. I think also something that played into, and I'm glad I looked at my notes because I wrote this down. Every time the bad guy shows up, dramatic music.
It's great.
They play it
fun. I really like that intro. I really like the music. Honestly,
the intro is great.
Yeah.
It's a banger.
I had a fun time watching this episode, and like even with like, I don't know if you want to talk about the incident.
Yeah,
the incident.
I think we can easily get to the incident.
So, I want to say the incident too.
Please.
I want to say the incident. So we're mid episode, and they're all in the hot springs. Everybody's found their little thing. Cat girl is not excited.
She's having a hard time because
everything's not hot enough.
I believe it's the clan. Is that what it is, or Chan? But it's like it's a cat based race.
Okay,
and it's crazy. She can turn into a legit tiger thing, like legit. But sad for her. She throughout this journey on the hot springs planet, she just can't find a hot spring hot.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not hot. She finds lava
later.
Okay,
later
so everybody's doing a little hot spring vacay. You got samurai lady. She's having her little sake and stuff. They're relaxing, and we cut to a water slide. Slide. I'm like, I love water slide.
It honestly looked like a fun water slide.
It was a fun water slide.
That sucker spiraled for days.
But that was a pedophile water slide, because at the end of that water slide, a little boy ends up in 11-year-old boy ends up in a situation any grown man would want, with a harem of alien bitches around him.
It started off as two, but it was creepy right away.
It was creepy right because they were like, straight, let me put your head to my titties.
Well, and it was like that saying of like, can I play with you?
Oh yeah,
Can I play with you?
Can you play with us?
Can I pet that
Can you
boy?
hang out with us? I was like, I looked up in my room. I'm like, make sure no one's watching this. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yep.
And I was just like, honestly, that it lingered too, because there's a shot. There's no audio or there's no voice acting, nothing. It's just slow pan out of the little boy being like corralled by 6 adult alien women, and I'm like,
maybe that's there to juxtapose, because like it's normally flipped where like Gene.
It is,
yeah, that's
true.
I did write my notes. Whenever the little boy, right, or Jim here, at the end of that before it cuts to the next scene, to a whole other hot spring. 10,000% nipple by mouth. that's what I wrote, because those animators, those artists were like, oh, yep, we're just gonna put that real close.
Yeah, and it was I really enjoyed the split, because this episode was mainly we're gonna go to Hot Spring, and we're also gonna pan over to him doing the task. So this was a good split episode where it's like they're not just on vacation, he's also doing his job, and that was fun. Yeah. But like, it gave me a good sense of like what's going on in the show.
Yeah,
and a good old, and I have this. This is my favorite bit: American magic, because
I cast gun
and bullet shells. that's all this is.
Like, it's that you're not wrong, actually.
American.
I mean, it definitely, like, you had like that slight thread of like, he needs to collect the bullets for some reason.
But he also is dealing with the wizards that are just gift shop wizards.
Yeah. In this case, the one wizard's like a gift shop wizard.
Oh, which that was hilarious. Like, hey, buy this and I'll help you.
You take credit of that tourism.
I need you to go get some lewd videos for me.
that what a quest.
Yeah.
First off, like. Before we jump into this, I will say, like, the anime, it is not just like American magic.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the space pirates that he fights later on actually use legit magic.
Okay, so there's other like tools.
There's actually magic going on in this, but but American magic, perfect.
Yeah, that's a big underline I have.
His quest though.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I do need to point out something I thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
So, in the terms of the quest, he meets up with 2 of the 3 wizards that had landed and found out that this planet has amazing hot springs and then also just mana.
Yeah, it's a source of mana.
And with that, he goes, there's these huge statues. One of the wizards walks down the statue, like, straight up, like, perpendicular to it, which is great.
Ninja style.
Yeah, ninja style. But, like... He seems young, right?
Yeah,
right. But then the other wizard's old,
and
he does one of the funniest things while they're like talking about the quest, because he gets hungry, and I don't think y'all noticed this potentially, but he first off ate so much food, and this is bit after bit. The ending of the food, he had his dessert. And that dessert was a sundae, but homeboy was like, I wrote down here, he's motorboating that sundae.
I did not notice that.
How did y'all not notice that?
Iconic glimpse.
I had to double back on that the first time. I was like, no way this old dude just motorboated a sundae. This guy, okay. And during this, while he's eating, they're talking about the quest. They're like, hey man, we'll make your caster shells.
Right.
But you need to go up to the third wizard, who is the hot chick wizard, because she can only make this. But we won't make our caster shells.
Yeah. I have the so the task they said in quotations, climb the mountain, bring the camera.
Yeah.
And I will give you magic bullets.
I love how the entire time Jing was not. It wasn't like he had the camera on his person. He was like,
dude, looking through it while
always
he
with the viewfinder.
He was using this old ass video camera. It wasn't old for you.
Sir.
It's called.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I forgot my audience. I'm sorry.
It's camcorder.
Listen, we over record things on my phone.
So what's actually cool about that camcorder is that the cassette went into an adapter for a VHS.
That's actually sick. I think I remember because it records to a small.
Yeah.
And then you it builds which is what?
You want to keep going?
It worked for the time.
Yeah,
it was.
Oh, it worked for the time.
Yeah,
I don't remember VHS tapes.
I don't think you were born at that
time. You were saying that he has to go. They give him the task of bring the video camera, get some dirty videos.
They wanted dirty footage.
They wanted dirty footage of the female.
Well, all right. So real quick quiz.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why weren't they allowed on the mountain?
She banned them.
She banned them.
But not just them.
Men
in general,
she banned men for the
no
mountain.
Men at the top of the mountain, right?
You're right.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, they just said, all right, we won't ever get up there.
But then he gets to the top of the mountain, there's nothing there.
Yeah. But all right, before we even talk about the top of the mountain in the bit, I need to quickly state something that I always love about like the just anime is the midway mark.
Yeah.
Cuts and Outlaw Star has one of my best, like my favorite ones because it's just gunshots and it spells out Outlaw Star.
Yeah.
The coolest thing.
Yeah.
It's just a classic. Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. Ba, 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 ba.
Outlaw Star.
Great. Yeah. Now, the beginning of the second half of this episode is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because if you haven't noticed, the samurai chick, right?
Yeah.
She's
What's
like
her name?
Twilight Sanuka or
Twilight Sparkle.
it's Twilight Sparkle fancy pants. It's Twilight something. I honestly don't remember.
I was intrigued by her. I'm like, I want to know more about her.
She actually has a cool lore in the overall anime of it.
Yeah.
But if you didn't catch during the beginning, she's like, all right, cat girl, every hot spring not too hot, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Samurai chick, none of the hot springs had charm. The first things that started the second half of this,
Yeah.
she is drinking and she's like, found my charm.
They're in a private little onsen. She's got a floating sake.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she's just knocking it back.
Yeah.
And then and it's them, the three girls, and then they pan over.
Well, no, don't even pan over. Don't because
is the third one the android or
what?
Is the third one the android?
Yeah,
The kind of dumb one.
Yeah, the non-cat girl. Well, she's like just like probably been awake for like a month.
Yeah,
okay?
I was just like, this
but
girl
before we
kinda
even
stupid.
go to the other half of the hot spring, okay,
Right.
where I'll let you talk about it. So, Samurai Girl got her charm, right?
Yeah.
Melfina, the android, is like, oh yeah, this is cool. And then the cat girl, still the hot spring's
She's
not hot,
unsatisfied.
but what happens? What is our first thing that happens with cat girl that we see?
Straight titties. Straight titties.
That's right.
And I was like, cat damn. I have it written down. Cat damn titties. No, it's not.
Mine just says naked.
Well, first off, I'm gonna help Finn out. Cat girl's 18. All right.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
It says naked.
But I thought that was hilarious, and then it pans over
Yeah. And
to
then
our homie Jim.
our little boy, he went from the height of luxury of pedophiles to in a pool full of pigs.
And why?
I
honestly don't know why.
no, they're mentioned the pigs. It's just a bunch of pigs, and he's just in there.
Yeah.
He's middle of the pigs. It's not like he's at the outskirts, like
No.
avoiding them. He's hanging out with
The pigs are we're like, hey man, your vibes are
You're
pretty
one
cool,
of us.
man.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah. We like the way your vibe is.
Yeah, dude. What's your name, homie? Like,
And then my favorite line is because when they're in the hot spring, he's climbing Batty Mountain.
Yep.
And him and the goon this is the first big ass snowball.
Yeah.
Comes running down the mountain. I love that. That's classic Looney Tunes.
Oh,
love
Indiana
that.
Jones
Easy style, and
Yeah.
he's having a bad time.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
also swimsuit. Everybody's
Yes.
still the He's got a shirt and his
Speedo. It's like a pink Speedo.
It's peak Speedo because
crushing
the Department of Bikinis picked that for him.
Yeah, that was they saw him like, oh shit, he's got all these
Oh,
scars.
you got cheeks. Yeah, let him hang out.
I said scars. Okay. Okay. All right.
So and then they fall because then the giant snowball pushes them down the mountain.
Yeah.
And he ends up in, of course, the ladies' spa.
Oh, bro.
And Catgirl is like what you see, and he's like,
No. You missed one. You missed one. Cat, that's number 2.
Oh, okay.
The first one is he lands in the spa with Samurai Chick and Melfina, the android.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Samurai, when he's determined, he's like, sorry, I didn't mean to do
He's got
this.
headquarters still attached to his
Which
eyeball.
That battery's gonna die unless those future batteries or something else.
Magic.
But he's like, I don't have time for this. And then he's like, actually, and boy gets whipped.
Just fucking duck.
Just slapped with that samurai sword.
And
Her cheeks are out too. Man,
Yeah.
she didn't care. She's like, all right, here we go. I'm gonna just full force this.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But then continuing the bit with the giant snow boulder ball
Yeah.
thing,
Doesn't-
That's right.
Doesn't the raptor chick come back too?
at one point, yes.
The raptor chick comes at the end. It's at the end. It's at the end.
But the second one, or second or third one, hits him. He falls into another hot spring, but it's not really a hot spring.
Yeah.
Because Catgirl found a pit of magma.
Bit of hot magma.
Hot magma. And that's where...
Oh yeah,
that's
so
where-
he lands in the hot magma, gets out, And she's like, don't you have time to stay? And she's still magma titties. And he's like, I have no time for such luxury. And he just pans off. Then he gets back in. Because she also shows titty. And he jumps back in.
Yeah, which he's like, you gotta understand, he's trying to like climb out because he's like,
it's hot. And clothes aren't burnt or anything. It's hot magma.
Just hilarious. Hilarious.
And I was like, no time for such luxury. And I was like, you're right. You go get those bullets, brother.
Which then, he learns from his mistakes.
Yeah.
He goes over the traps, gets to the top, right?
Yeah.
And nothing.
Nothing.
And he's like, what the heck's going on? But then, he starts hearing singing, which, at that point, I thought I'd be going crazy, lack of oxygen or something.
It's ice cold.
Yeah. But he starts digging, and there is just all these chicks. And I don't know what they're doing.
No.
So there,
you got this.
So there was some ceremonies around like purifying the water and stuff.
Oh, okay.
They do this in a lot of like big resorts. So like I think one of the Ghibli films has it as well.
If they're purifying it.
No, it's technically it's activate. It's making sure that the water isn't fully like sedimenting. At the bottom. I
want y'all to say that, but think about the manpower, woman power here.
Yeah.
For a fucking planet, a hot spring planet.
Well, it's not the entire planet. It's just like...
No, they're just doing it for that resort. It's more, it's mainly just for like...
But this is based on a real world thing, though.
Yeah, it's a real world thing.
Okay, that's cool.
They're taking the planks and they're singing and they're moving it up.
Yeah.
And I'm trying not to use the mic.
Yeah, you gotta keep it on your mouth.
Arms are moving up and down. They're singing and it's like, it's definitely like not, it's not a ritual, but it's like, like a normal thing that they do with these
practice.
It's a practice. Yeah, it's a
like,
practice.
So you're saying it's so they don't keep it like
stagnant?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, because like those are technically like sitting pools and not like active hot springs. Right. So the water comes in, but also all the flush and all it comes like sediment sits at the bottom. You want to make sure the water's active and all the water's hot and steamy.
Yeah. And then that makes sense. But they're singing, and he's like staring through the glass, and I think at this point he's like kind of mentally lost.
I'm lost. I see women. I see.
So there's just like glass ceiling.
It's glass ceiling because it's it's probably just like a greenhouse setting.
Yeah, probably. And bust through, eat shit.
He uses American magic.
Yeah, he uses a bullet that he's trying to get. It explodes the top, and he just falls in.
Yeah. And but at that point, he knocks himself out.
Yeah.
He's woken up around, women. And I thought this is something that I honestly don't remember. Yeah. But, they're one, like, oh, he's got a caster gun, right?
Yeah.
And then two, and I need to go back, and honestly, I should have looked it up, and I just forgot. And it's something, like, he constantly gets mentioned for his red hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I forget the
context. I saw that like twice.
The one wizard had red hair, too.
Yeah. But there's something with red hair.
There's something about the caster gun of red hair. Yeah. That was mentioned at the end of the episode.
Is it like a prophecy?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like we'll talk about like what we think happens next. Yeah.
What was hilarious though is that, now we get introduced to the third wizard, the hot chick wizard.
Yeah.
And as they're leading up to it, it's hilarious because she does a like, oh, you know what? I'm going to hint to maybe doing some dirty things with you. But then it cuts to ping pong.
It cuts to ping pong. Yeah. And it's like a full setup because it's like pan in. And it's like, oh, maybe you can help me out if I help you out.
Yeah, literally.
And then,
and they got the full, they got an audience.
They have all the girls that are stirring the pot. Where
Gene is still in this goofy shirt.
They're keeping.
And Speedo.
Yeah, and he's just hitting that ball.
Yeah. And he crushes it. He wins.
He wins his, he won.
He wins that.
He is determined.
He's determined.
Yeah. And, which is funny because, like, if I'm in my notes, he's like, Gene tells, needs dirty photos while winning the match and then also wins the number 4 shells for the caster. How do you get both like that? That's crazy.
He crushed it.
He did.
We were running out of time in the episode.
I think that's it.
We're not going to make a fight. We're not going to question the man on the mountain. Let's make him play ping pong, and she's going to take dirty pictures because she's like, "I'll do it." And she takes that thing,
which is hilarious because all the context that led to this is no men are allowed on the top of this mountain. And they're like, "Hey,
and she's
you want
mean.
to play some ping pong?"
Yeah, the context we're given, she's mean.
Yeah,
she's a mean wizard.
Yeah.
So we had no idea what she was going to look like. It is confirmed. It's a baddie mountain. Yeah. And so, and he gets all the stuff and she kindly takes The camcorder.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not that simple in the end.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get there.
And what I thought was really funny though is like Gene.
He's a
Well, that was the thing.
pervert comes back.
The pervert comes back.
Accomplishes
He has gotten to the hard part. He's at the top of the hill, mountain.
He made it
literally.
to the mountain.
You know, he's at the top of his quest. He's like, all right, it's all downhill from here. He's like, you know what?
I'm gonna peek behind the curtain.
I'm gonna peek. Gets fucking rocked. Just straight decked.
Oh my god! And he's fine with it. He's like,
Yeah, you know what?
fine.
This is
I
another
deserved,
Tuesday.
I deserved it.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So, but you know, he's got his
He's got
camcorder.
two bullets from her.
Yeah, right. Number 4s. He's got the.
I thought the number system was kind of funny.
Oh, it's cool though, because he doesn't know what the numbers do unless he uses them throughout the series.
Yeah.
But so he's got his bullets. He's got the dirty photos. So now he needs to get the other bullets from the other 2 horny wizards.
Right.
So he gets down there, you know, and it's like, hey, here's the camcorder. Give me the bullets, right?
Yeah.
Gets the bullets, and those horny motherfuckers. Like,
they plug that thing to the big screen.
And we're talking massive
magic wizard big screen.
Omnimax.
Like they went into
It's like a side room.
They went into like a basketball court. Size.
It's a wizard goon cave.
It really was a wizard goon cave.
Jumbotron size TV.
Yeah, you got Jumbotron. They had snacks too because you look to the side.
yeah,
they're
did.
standing there. There's like a little cart with snacks.
Dude, you know there's Cheeto stains all over those chairs.
It's all over the robes.
Yeah, dude,
They're dirty.
just Cheetos
They're
everywhere.
weirdos.
Man.
Yeah.
But they throw that. They get it hooked up, man.
And I honestly thought as the episode went, I was like, oh, they're just gonna show her.
And they did. Dude,
they animated every angle they could.
They fan service big time for this wizard that they just introduced to
Lady
in this
Wizard.
episode.
Yeah. Who was the nicest person.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Well, but the thing is like as the video's continuing, as more and more people,
I noticed the numbers around that same time too. He was like, "Hey, what do you guys think about the numbers?" Because there's
they call it out.
There's a countdown.
Yeah,
the numbers were the first thing I noticed. I'm like, why is there?
I tell you right now,
and she's like, oh yeah, boys, you know, like
I'm like, yeah, I'm watching with them. I'm in the zone.
And as that time gets lower and lower, like we're about to hit, like, oh, dude, we were going to see it all.
It does a full 30 seconds too.
It actually
like
does.
From the top,
like
it's a full 30 seconds, and they're like, we're gonna. This is where the budget's going.
We all know what these guys animated prior to this.
Oh
show,
yeah, this
100%.
is I love when you can notice that. Yeah, I would like to know like what the animators also worked on, because you can always kind of tell. I'm like, oh, that's a nice jiggle right there.
There was some jiggle throughout this episode.
I know what those jiggles are about, brother.
Timer hit 0.
Yeah. Boom.
No, it wasn't just that.
It was a nuke. It was a magic nuke.
Dude,
camera?
Their whole facility. And I'm talking like in this facility, whenever they're walking up, the first thing, like, I don't even know if it's catacombs. They still live there. They're selling souvenirs. Okay?
Yeah.
They've got,
big
there's
wizard.
3 gigantic wizard statues. This whole entire place.
Yeah.
Just
gone.
Rubble.
It's literally a nuke, how that goes off. It's just, doof. There's a cloud and everything. They're alive though.
Yeah, they're alive. Which, let's full out say, like, all right, if she could do that with a tape.
Yeah,
then what's going on with these caster cells?
Like,
what's happening to these number 4s?
Those number 4s have got to be like not even. It's like
pocket nuke.
Pocket nuke.
Well, hold on, we know what happened.
Because also she was like, "Yo, yeah, you're also gonna die if you."
That wasn't her. That's
the
guys.
The guys said that
they're like 13.
They're like, hey,
thirteen.
if you use this, it'll take half your life. Okay. And I'm like, wait, so what's gonna happen if they uses her bullet?
Oh yeah.
And so that resolves. Quest is done there.
Quest is done.
But we get one more fantastic thing here. We get one more bit with the bad guy.
Oh yeah,
they are all on the train, about to head back to the ship.
Yeah, so they're just standing there.
Dramatic music hits, and we're like, "Whoa, dude, what's happening?" Motherfuckers running, booking. Train door closes. It's like this is the most classic bit ever.
Oh yeah.
Train door closes, hits that shit. And the guy's like, "Oh damn, is he okay?"
Yeah, they're like, "Oh,
they have not noticed this guy.
They
have
not
not noticed him the whole episode." They're like, "Oh,
no.
I was like,
they never encountered this guy before."
Not throughout the whole entire anime.
Okay.
Oh, so
But
this is just a single. This is just a single episode.
I thought this is like a
This is single
recurring.
episode.
It's like that guy from like. Was it like in Zelda where like the guys like show up out of nowhere? It's like, aha, I got you. And
Yeah,
it's like,
no,
got you.
not that at all. No, this is why I called him like a tier F.
Oh my god.
Space pirate.
Okay.
Okay. So, but he just runs into the train door,
Right.
and that finishes it.
That's it.
And I think that was a great ending for him.
That was a great
Right.
send off. Yeah.
And then we kind of get into the episode ends. The narrator hits like, now
Yeah.
we're going to journey to the ley line. Then we're going to
Yeah.
actually
They get on
move
the
to the end of it.
Yeah, get on the ship. The ship launches, and
Yeah.
then everybody has their like
Great
I see
launch
this-
sequence, too.
The baddie wizard
Dude.
sees the the launch sequence was so cool.
Yeah.
Dude,
It was
honestly,
so cool. That
their
was
ship
cool.
is one of my
That is
favorite designs.
That's some actually pretty cool. Like,
Yeah.
and
like,
I'll
space
talk
design
about
stuff.
something that those ships do. all right?
Okay.
You saw it in the intro.
Yeah, she's like, oh, a red-haired man with a caster gun. Maybe it's true, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah, there's like a prophecy, something going on, and we'll talk about that. But I will say, this ship, these are special types of ships that have grapple arms. So besides normal like piloting and like ship combat with
Yeah.
missiles and machine guns and
Yeah.
stuff, these have grapple arms that come out, and these are
Like
ships.
we were talking about like mech arms, or
Yeah, like they pop out of the side,
Okay.
and they like will lock in together
Oh, sick.
and like battle.
Oh, that's
in
fucking neat.
space.
Sock
Oh, that's
bopper.
so it's Rock'em Sock'em
Yeah.
with battleships.
No, it's not that. Don't
That's
equate
so
it to that. But it's
Doom.
awesome. It's
Doom.
awesome.
The head pops
And then-
off.
Of course, because I love the series and I've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
The ending song is
Oh, the
like,
ending song
I love
is
it.
so
It
sick.
is so
I let that shit
smooth
run.
and it just like crushes it, right?
Oh, that was
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, opener, amazing. Ending, amazing.
amazing.
But, and that's the end of our episode. That's the end of, Outlaw Star, episode 20, what did I say? 23.
23.
All right. And, so, we kind of talked about some of the things here, right? Because I want to do a quick check on ages.
Oh no!
All right. We know,
man.
we know Jim, who gets,
Little boy.
yeah, man, it was rough. He's
What
11.
yeah, I'm sure it was a rough time.
It was
it was rough to watch
it was
for me.
Really, it was awkward, and
was-
I think the animators and the writers like played it up.
Oh
Awkward.
yeah, they hammed
So,
it.
but 11, all right.
Yep.
Melfina, the robot.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
since she's a
and-
robot
yeah.
android, she's not technically has an age, but what they've kind of equated it to is that she's, I believe, 18.
Okay.
Okay. We talked about Catgirl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catgirl's 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can also turn into a tiger. I'm not kidding. There's an epic, like all the episodes with her.
Well, at first I was like, oh, an elf girl, and then I was like, oh, she's like cat.
Yeah. And then, all right. So Jean is 20.
Okay.
All right. So
Yep.
tracks.
Yeah.
All right. And then Samurai Girl, it's never stated in the show, but it's been kind of estimated that she's also 20.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, she has a tall stature.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's
And
just kinda
again,
like-
her lore is dope too.
Okay, that's great. So
But-
all the ass shots and
So,
stuff like that were
yeah,
fine.
we're
Fine.
good. We're good.
We're fine. No
Yeah.
list. Okay.
Nothing that you're like, oh man,
Oh,
yeah, that's
man.
weird.
That's
Outside of the one instance.
Oh, so a pretty
So-
tame anime episode. Wow.
Exactly. And I'm shocked because what y'all like throughout the episode, there's a lot of perverted shit that happens with Jean.
Yeah.
Okay. This episode really only had one like, oh, that's really cringy moment.
Yeah.
Yep.
The rest of it was like, you know what? It's okay. And
It's that hard
and
look
Jean
back
is not
for- yeah.
perverted during most of it.
Yeah.
So it was kind of shocking. But now I'm kind of curious, right? Like, what do you think the plot of this show is? Like, kind of.
You want a full synopsis? I
mean-
mean, for all the hints I got for this episode, I'm gonna what I believe happened in the first place. Jean was either gifted magic gun from an old man or a dying relative,
Okay.
and he was like, "You must go to the end of the stars and find bitches,
Bitches.
and then also use gun to vanquish evil."
American magic.
American Magic. And he acquired probably Cat Girl, Samurai Girl, Android, Little Boy. Probably Little Boy first. Because
I
usually...
don't like you saying acquired a little boy first.
No, I mean, how... You just don't pick up an 11-year-old.
I mean, we
He's
saw
got to
five
be a...
horny chicks
He's got...
try.
All right, okay.
They're hard
But
to-
I assume little Boy was a stowaway on the cool spaceship.
Okay.
And they're just
And I'll let
traveling
you
the
finish.
stars. and they're traveling stars, and he's using good old American magic to solve crimes, or at least be a bounty hunter. Actually, you ever heard of Cowboy Bebop? That's a great show.
God damn it.
It's kind of the same premise.
Okay.
But,
so then,
yeah.
What do you think the end is going to be?
I think if we have a few episodes left, maybe like 3 or 4, I don't know. Really,
yeah, it's about 3 or 4.
Okay. Next episode's a little bit more serious. There you go. Someone gets injured, and then Gene realizes that he's got to step up in the world. And then, my turn. And they face bad guy in not the last episode, the next to the last episode, and then the last episode is them all returning to their homes and having a nice little peaceful goodbye.
Yeah.
Little kisses on the mouth,
Good.
maybe. Hopefully kisses
the
cat girl on the mouth.
You never know. Springer, what you got for me?
Clearly, he's clearly on some mission. He's going to be the king of the space pirates.
This isn't One Piece.
The one bullet is real.
He's on his mission to gather all of the magic bullets, and he's going to become the king of the space pirates.
Okay.
All right. So here's the situation.
Please tell me I'm right.
I'm probably right.
So Gene and Jim are homies already.
Okay.
That's established.
Okay. That's going to be
and they're basically bounty hunters, and they work on a local a planet.
Right.
Well, what happens is that they run into it's like Matilda or Melinda or something, who is a true space pirate.
Right.
And she I forget how they get in contact with her, or at least she hires out their services for something, and then kind of reveals actually, hey, I'm a space pirate. I'm being chased by space pirates because I stole something.
Okay.
And what we need to do is that I need you to help me get, or at least they stumble upon something and they have to get to this other area because that's where this ship is, which is it's like an experimental ship. Well, during that, the Melinda, I honestly forget what her name is, she dies.
Oh shit!
And the thing that she stole is this briefcase, and it has Melfina in it.
What?
Yeah, because this ship requires a navigational thing, and it's this android.
She's Siri. Gotcha.
Yeah, basically Siri. And so she helps pilot this ship,
right.
And it's this gnarly ship. And the thing is, the people that are chasing them are all this crazy space pirate gang that is does not fuck around.
They're all just clown themes.
They're kind of like a almost seems like a Chinese influence style of space pirates. It's really cool. But they're
classic
chasing,
bad guy. Classic bad guy.
They kill the bad bitch pirate.
Yeah. And
then they chase, them throughout and send assassins and all these things that are going on. And so through that, they run into, the samurai lady first because she is actually hired to kill them.
Oh, okay.
But she actually has never lost anything, but Gene is the first time has ever bested her.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'll get you someday, bitch.
So
and then walks away.
Yeah.
She does not hang out for a couple episodes.
Oh.
And then Catgirl comes in because she is not princess, but she's part of the this it's a cat civilization army. And basically she's a goof.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a fun character.
Yeah. And basically gets dishonored and just kind of hangs around them to be, well, I'm gonna get my due. And so they go through, and the whole entire thing is there's this concept of the ley line, which is where this infinite treasure is.
Okay.
And that's why the space pirates want Melfina and this ship, because it can take them to the ley line. And so the whole entire thing is okay, where's the ley line? We got to do this. We're beating all these bad guys. Before this episode, I'm pretty sure they have a ley line. They have an episode where it's actually really cool. They have to go to a prison to figure out the ley line. Oh, okay. And it has a really neat how to escape prison in space type of thing. Okay. And then they get this, and now they're on the way to the ley line. And this is where, honestly, I'm not even going to say because the end of the show is great. It makes you want season 2, but it is a one-season show.
No, after watching this, I'm definitely going to have to jump on and actually watch the full thing because I'm shit,
it's been a
and I want to watch that episode again, brother.
Yeah,
and I want Dino Batty back.
Let's also talk about one of the best things ever is that this is peak 90s anime. Man.
Oh yeah,
this is amazingly animated, such detail.
What year?
98.
Oh wow,
Yeah. And
oh wow, that's usually what all the studios were real broke.
Yeah, and I think this was this AMV. I'm not sure, but all I know is it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Everything about this series is fantastic, and if it's one thing I love, it's an anime series or a manga series that has a start and a legitimate finish.
Oh yeah, I really like the whole animation, everything. It was a well tied up episode. I had fun.
Yeah.
And so I think in that case, then overall, my vibe, I love Outlaw Star. Honestly, probably gonna get a tattoo of Outlaw Star characters sometime soon.
I would get that spaceship.
I would get the spaceship for sure. Or maybe the caster gun, American Magic, now that you said that, and have it inscribed American Magic in it. But kind of curious, what are your overall vibes on this episode?
On the vibe, honestly, I had a lot of fun watching it. This is definitely the better of the few. we watched. It was well kept together. It was a single-handed story. There's enough information. I didn't learn all the names.
Yeah.
It had an eyeful.
Yeah. There's a lot of eyefuls.
I genuinely think that was and I'm gonna put this in the most serious way. It was a beautiful shot and well choreographed. Him looking up at the
raptor chick,
raptor body, because I was like, dude, oh, that's hilarious, and I was like, that's hilarious. That is
the fact that both Jim and Gene, whenever they're going up, they're like, oh snap, and then they see that they're both like, ah.
I was like, come on. I was cheering at the screen. I'm like, yes, she's gone.
Yeah.
It would hesitate.
Yeah.
It would hesitate. No, I generally had a lot of. It's a fun episode.
Yeah,
it was fun.
It's good.
It definitely felt like, based on where it's at in the series, it's like that classic, we're going to give you a breather before we hit the serious, final episodes.
Yeah, it definitely gave that vibe.
Especially because this is I went and looked it up. It's a mid-90s manga, mid-90s, 96.
Oh shit. Now I gotta find it and read
original anime released in 98. We got it in the US in 2001.
Oh dang, there's only a couple years between this?
Yeah.
That's pretty close. Yeah.
So it's that old formula that we grew up on, where it's just it was a solid manga. We're going to animate it, and then we're going to ship it to the U.S. at some point.
Yeah, on VHS, baby.
I'm gonna admit I did watch the dub.
The dub is good.
The dub had a lot of fun.
Dude, the dub does a really good job getting the voice acting of
I had the actual subtitles too.
Yeah,
because I couldn't find the Japanese audio.
Oh,
it wasn't working.
So I just put
on the Plex. But listen, some of the subtitles are different. You know how that works. Yeah. But no, I think the dub wasn't half bad. I think there was a few voices, the side character voices are always kind of funny, especially when the train conductor, after the guy drowns in the train car, gets hit by a random barrel on this planet. The train conductor just leans over. He's like, "Are you okay, sir?"
Yeah, and you know that during that 2001 dubbing, that's in somebody's basement.
That's one of the dudes on the show already. There's only 6 people voicing this.
I will say though, one of my favorite things is the fact that Cat Girl's Japanese voice, Cat Girl's English voice, both great.
Yeah.
Absolutely gets the character really well.
That's nice.
And I think it's fantastic.
It's fun when you can hear the same difference. It's like, oh, they both had fun voicing this character.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I just thought it was so funny. I'm like, oh, this is a space cowboy anime, and his name's Gene.
Gene Hawkins.
Okay.
And he's got the most classic '90s tattoo on his shoulder.
Oh yeah, it's
the red star.
Okay,
right there.
I didn't.
You don't actually. I
don't even see it.
He's wearing a shirt.
He's wearing a shirt.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Throughout the whole entire series, he's in a black tank top.
Oh, okay.
And so you just see scars everywhere. But also this true '90s red star with a black shading on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's great.
That's funny.
It's so cool.
It looks awful, I'm sure.
It looked cool then, baby. All right.
He just doesn't take that shirt off. Shirt and Speedo.
No, because normally it's sleeveless.
Yeah, so he had sleeveless going on.
So the opposite.
And on top of that, he couldn't take it off. He was too busy, looking through the camcorder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The whole entire time.
A mission. He was dedicated.
He had a quest.
On a mission.
I respect that.
He had an actual quest.
I respect that. Pro tag. So he got that shit done.
But yeah. So I think we've got ourselves a little good talk back here over Outlaw Star. For those that potentially want to watch it, please do. If you have Hulu, it's on Hulu. If you don't have Hulu, fuck it.
If not,
find it somehow.
Space pirate it.
Yeah, it's an amazing series. It's short.
Sub or dub.
It's real, sub or dub. And this is peak dub. Like these,
it's pretty good.
It is peak dub. These are really good, and it's also 90s anime.
If you want some big raptor booty,
right at like probably 6.
It's not even that far in.
It's not far in. It's like 5 minutes in.
Yeah, it's a good hot spring episode.
Yeah.
Not a beach episode.
Yeah, I mean, it's just another, but like in that context, it is another.
It's a fun
episode.
Fan service, adventure away,
and the writers had fun. So,
okay.
Catch us on our next episode. What is it that we're going to be talking about this upcoming?
Talking about the episode 7 of Darling in the Franxx.
All right, episode 7.
Yeah, and I already have a fun title for that, so I'm excited about that.
Even better. But with that, just signing off. This is Alex Van Pelt.
This is Finn.
And Springer.
Thank you for listening. Until not another beach episode.
Next time.
Bye.
Next time.